أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome to our class today. I hope and pray that everyone is doing very well and keeping safe. Jazakumullah to all for joining our meeting on time. We'll begin with our opening dua. If we could please have a student on the mic for that.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, G1433.
G1433. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. So we are going to start with Dawood. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent. Could you read the translation before we carry on?
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Good, well done. ربي زدني علما.
Rabbi zidni ilma. O my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Taha 115.
Brilliant, well done. So this is from Surah Taha in the Holy Quran, and this is verse 115 of that surah. Brilliant, well done. Jazakumullah for reading that for us today. Just a few class etiquettes to remind you all of before we carry on. Please ensure that you are logged in today with your correct IDs. You should have done wudu before you enter the classroom today. You should be wearing clean clothes. Heads should be covered appropriately. And please ensure that you are logged in and sitting in a quiet place with parental supervision. The agenda for today's class is as follows. Today is Tuesday, 9th of November. So in today's class, we will be looking at the rule of wasl again. So you started this rule in yesterday's class, where you covered exercise 18.1 and exercise 18.2. So in today's class, we will be carrying on and looking at exercise 18.3. So that's the practice text that we're going to be focusing on in today's class. The material for this can be found in the Talimul-Quran book, lesson number 18, of course, and this is page number 76 that we're going to be focusing on today, inshallah. So let's remind ourselves of this rule that you started to look at yesterday. So I hope you all got the chance to do your homework before coming to today's class, which would have allowed you to remind yourselves of the rule. So let's have a look. So wasl means to connect or to link. There are many Quranic words which either start or end with blank letters. And by blank letters, we mean letters without any stroke on them. These blank letters are dropped while connecting two words, but maintained when read alone. There are two categories of such words. Firstly, blank letters between mutaharrik and sakin letters. And secondly, blank letters between mutaharrik and mushaddad letters. Okay, so mutaharrik letters are those letters with a stroke on them. Sakin letters are letters with a sakin or a sukoon on them, sorry. And mushaddad letters are letters with a shadda on top of them or the tashdid on top of them. Okay, so those are the two categories of blank letters. So like I mentioned yesterday, you looked at first exercise 18.1, in which you looked at blank letters between mutaharrik and sakin letters. And then you looked at exercise 18.2, in which you looked at examples where a blank letter is found between a mutaharrik and mushaddad letter. So today we'll be doing a mixture of both of them, and exercise 18.3 is in front of you. So we're going to be practicing this rule further in today's class, the rule of wasl. So let's have a student to the mic, please, and we can go through some examples with them.
Yes. Could you G1393?
G1393. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So we're going to be practicing this first row from exercise 18.3 with yourself.
Okay.
So let's start from over here. Have you read Dawud and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good, well done. Okay, so for everybody who's not on the mic, if you could all please read Dawud and Tasmiyah now, so that if and when you're called to the mic, you can just start straight away. Okay, so let's start from here. We have a dhal with a vertical fatha on top. So we're going to stretch for how many counts? Can you tell me?
2.
2 counts. The. Good. Lam with a kasra, li.
Li.
Good, brilliant. And then we can see that we have a kaf, and then we have a fatha on top of this kaf. And then ahead of that, we have a blank alif and then a lam sakin. Okay. Now we know that a sakin letter will join on to the most recent mutaharrik letter. So the most recent voweled letter, a letter with a stroke on top of it. So what we have to do is we have to work our way backwards from this lam sakin. So lam sakin, let's look at the letter before it, alif. Now is this a mutaharrik letter?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what a mutaharrik letter is?
I mean, no.
Okay, that's fine. No, so this is not a mutaharrik letter. You're right, okay? So alif is not a mutaharrik letter because it doesn't have a stroke on it. Okay, so mutaharrik letter is any letter that has a stroke on top of it. So alif, of course, is blank. So this is not a mutaharrik letter. So lam will not join onto this alif. So let's work our way backwards again. Kaf, is this a mutaharrik letter? Does it have a stroke on it?
Yes.
Yes, well done. So kaf is the most recent mutaharrik letter. So kaf will join on to this lam sakin. So we're going to say kal.
Kal.
Good. So we're not going to take any pause, or we're not going to stretch the sound of the kaf because there's an alif in the middle. We're going to straight away join the kaf to the lam nice and softly, okay, without any delay in our sound. Kal.
Kal.
Good. Then we have a kaf with a kasra, ki.
Ki.
Ta with a vertical fatha, ta.
Da.
Ba with a dhamma, bu.
Bu.
Brilliant. All together. Dhalikal kitabu.
Zalikal kitabu.
Excellent. Well done. Try and make that sound of the dhal by taking the tip of your tongue and touching it to your top 2 teeth, okay? The.
Za.
Better. Dhalikal kitabu.
Zalikal kitabu.
Brilliant. Well done. Really nicely read. Let's move on to the next example. Ha with a dhamma. Who.
Who.
Now we have a meme. It has a dhamma on it. Now ahead of that, we have a blank letter. We have a blank alif. And then after that, we have a lam sakin. So can you tell me, will the lam join onto the alif or to the meme?
The meme.
The meme. And why is that?
Because it has a. Because the meme has a stroke on it.
Well done. Or in other words, you could say that meme is a mutaharrik letter. Okay? So brilliant. Well done. So meme will join onto this lam. Mul.
Mul.
Brilliant. Next, we have meme with a dhamma, which will join onto this fa sakin. Muf.
Muf.
Good. Lam with a kasra. Li.
Li.
And then we have a ha with a dhamma, followed by a waw sakin. And this will be a waw madda, so a letter of prolongation. So we're going to stretch for 2 counts. Hu.
Hu.
Good. Noon with a fatha. Na.
Na.
Brilliant. Let's try that all together. Humul muflihuna.
Humul muflihuna.
Brilliant. Well done. One more time.
Humul muflihuna.
Excellent. MashaAllah. Well done. Really nicely read. Let's move on to the next example. We have a fa. It has a fatha. Okay. And that needs to join on to the ta mushaddad. Okay. Because the ta will join on to the most recent mutaharrik letter, which is fa in this case. This blank alif in the middle needs to be ignored. So we're going to say fatta.
Fatta.
Good. Next, we have a qaf, and it has a dhamma on top. And then you can see we have several blank letters in the middle. Okay, we have several blank letters, and then we have a noon mushaddad. Now, just like a sakin letter, wherever we see a mushaddad letter, so a letter with a shadda, it will need to join on to the most recent mutaharrik letter, just like we did before. So let's do the same thing with noon mushaddad. Let's work our way backwards and see which letter needs to join on to the noon. So let's move backwards. So this lam, blank lam, is this a mutaharrik letter?
No.
No. Is this alif a mutaharrik letter?
No.
Is this alif a mutaharrik
No.
letter? No. And this waw?
No.
No. And this qaf?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Well done. So qaf will join onto the noon. So don't delay. We're not delaying our sound. We're straight away join the qaf to the noon mushaddad. Kunna.
Kunna.
Good. Excellent. And now if you look ahead, we have an alif madda. Okay, it's a blank alif. But we're not going to ignore that blank alif because the noon has a fatha. So that makes this an alif madda. So we're going to stretch that sound of the na for 2 counts. So let's try that again. Unna.
Kunna.
Good. Ra.
Ra.
Good. Because it has a fatha. So all together. Fattaqun nara.
Fattakun nara.
Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. That was really nicely read. Jazakumullah for your participation. Allah Hafiz for now.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. If we could have our next student, please.
G1 850.
G1 850. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah, that's very good to hear. Make sure you're sitting down in a nice and quiet place so I can hear you properly as well. Okay? Okay, so we're going to start from here. We are going to join this ta to this ta, okay, because it's a sukoon on top of it. So we're going to say that.
That.
Good, well done. Now next we have a lam, and we can see that we have lots of blank letters in it. And then we have a sheen mushaddad. Okay, so like I was saying before, wherever we see a mushaddad letter, it needs to join on to the most recent mutaharrik letter. So we're going to work our way backwards from this sheen to see what it joins on to. So will this sheen join on to this lam? Is this
No.
no, because it's not a mutaharrik letter, okay? Is this alif a mutaharrik letter?
No.
This alif
No.
and this waw,
No.
this lam,
Yes.
Yes, so lam is a mutaharrik letter. Excellent. So lam will join onto this sheen straight away. Okay, so we're going to say lusha.
Lusha.
Good, well done. So sometimes what happens is because you see a lam with a dhamma and then you see a waw ahead of it, you might think, oh, it's a waw madda, so I have to stretch my sound of the lu. But actually, we have to see that waw is blank, and so is the other letters afterwards it. So we need to be careful that we are joining the lam to the sheen without any delay. So ignoring these letters in between completely in our pronunciation. Okay? Then we have a ya with a vertical fatha for 2 counts. Then we have a ta with a kasra and a ya madda after it. So 2 counts being spent over here. And then noon with a dhamma, 1 count. So altogether it's going to be تتلو الشياطين.
الشياطين.
Good, excellent. One more time, follow with me. تتلو
الشياطين.
Good. Just wait for me to say it and then I want you to repeat, okay? تتلو الشياطين.
تتلو الشياطين.
Good, well done, excellent. Let's try the next one. Off with a dhamma followed by a waw madda. Ooh,
Good.
a nice thick sound. Ooh. Good, well done. Now this lam with a dhamma, okay? And then we have some blank letters and then we have a noon sakin. Now can you tell me what will this noon sakin join on to? Do you know?
Noon.
Yep, so the noon sakin, what will it join on to? Which letter?
Lam.
Lam, yes. And why is that?
Because waw and alif don't have a sign.
Yes, they don't have a stroke. Well done. Alif, or this waw don't have a stroke on it. So lam will join to the noon. Lun.
Yun.
Good. Zod will join on to this ra. Zur.
Zur.
And then noon with a fatha followed by a alif madda, stretching for 2 counts. Na.
Na.
Good. Qulun zurna.
Gulan zurna.
Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. Really good. Let's try the last example. Over here, we're starting with the ba, and that will join on to this sod. Okay? It will join on to this sod because the letter in between don't have a stroke on them. Alif doesn't have a stroke, lam doesn't have a stroke, so sod will join on to this ba. Bissa.
Bisso.
Good. Now that sod will join onto the ba sakin. Bissab.
Bissab.
Ra with a kasra. Ri.
Re.
Now waw over here, you can see that we have a blank alif afterwards, a blank lam afterwards, and then a sod mushaddad. So the waw will join to the sod. Wassa.
Wassa.
Lam with a vertical fatha. La.
La.
Ta with a kasra. Ti.
T.
So all together.
Bisabri wassalati.
Good, well done, good recitation. Just wait for me to say it so everyone can hear the correct pronunciation and then I want you to repeat. Okay, so let's try that. Repeat after me. Bis-sabri was-salati.
Bisabri wassalati.
Excellent, good, well done. So in this example, there are 2 places where we're applying the rule of wasl. So mashallah, you've done really well to recite those correctly. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
We have another student, please, on the mic.
Yeah.
Before we move on, if I could request everyone to ensure that you're sitting in a nice and quiet place, okay? So if you come to the mic and there's background noise or someone behind you speaking or anything like that, then I'll have to move on to the next student, okay? So please be careful with that. Jazakumullah.
Could we have G1556?
G1556.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. We're going to go into the next row. So we're starting from here. Alif with a fatha.
Atimu siyama.
Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. But just wait for me to say it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to say this bit by bit, and then we're going to say it all together, okay? I know you're eager to keep reading, which is really good. But for the format of this class, I'm going to say it, and then I'd like you to repeat after me, okay?
Okay.
Brilliant. Well done. So let's start again. Alif with a fatha. Good. Ta with a kasra. And then we have a meme mushaddad afterwards with a dhamma on top. So let's join those two together. Timmu.
Dimmu.
Good, well done. Now you might notice that our sound should not stop over there because we have some blank letters afterwards, but then we have a sad mushaddad, sad with a shadda on top. So this meme needs to join onto this sad. So we have to ignore all these letters, there's 4 letters. So waw, alif, alif, and lam. All these 4 letters need to be ignored in our recitation as we join the meme to the sad. So let's try that. Timmussi.
Dimmusi.
Good, well done. So we shouldn't hang around with our sound. We shouldn't delay our sound. So even though there are blank letters in between, we have to look at the next letter, keep on looking until we find a mushaddad letter to join this meme with. So next we have a ya with a fatha, and that will need to be stretched for 2 counts because of the alif madda. And then we have a meme with a fatha, ma. Okay, so we're all together going to say atimmusiyama.
Dimmusiyama.
Good, well done. Between the meme and the sod, don't hold your sound, okay? So don't hold on to the sound of the mu for too long. Straight away, join it to the sod as if these 4 letters were not here. Okay, so we need to join the meme to the sod straight away. Atimmusiyama.
Dimmusiyama.
Better, well done. That was perfect. Well done. Let's carry on. We have a kha with a fatha followed by a ya leen. Okay, it's a ya leen because it's a ya sakin letter before has a fatha. So we're going to pronounce this as khay.
Khay.
Good, well done. Then we have a ra, and that needs to be joined onto this za highlighted in red. Because the letters in between are blank, we need to ignore them in our recitation. So this za mushaddad will join onto the most recent mutaharik letter, which is the ra. So we're going to say razza.
Razza.
Good, well done. And then we have an alif madda afterwards, okay? So because it's an alif, blank alif, letter before has a fatha, we're going to stretch our sound of the za for 2 counts. So we're going to say razza.
Razza.
Good, well done. Now, it's really important that we're careful because you might notice that this is also a blank letter. So some students might think that we have to ignore that in our recitation as well. But we would only ignore a blank alif if there was no sakin or mutaharik letter afterwards. Okay? So if there was a sakin or a mutaharik letter afterwards, then we would ignore this alif. But because the next letter is just a mutaharik letter, we would pronounce this as an alif madda. So we need to stretch it for 2 counts. So let's try that. Khayrazza.
غير الزا.
Good, well done. And then we have a dal, and then we have some blank letters afterwards, and then we have a ta mushaddad. Okay, so this ta mushaddad, can you tell me, will it join to this lam? No, yeah, because it's not a mutaharrik letter. With this ta join onto this alif?
دتا.
Okay, I want you to tell me with this ta mushaddad, will it join onto this alif that I'm pointing to?
No,
No, it won't.
because it's a blank letter.
Yes, well done. It's not a mutaharrik letter. So the ta, will it join onto this dal?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Yes, because it's a mutaharrik letter. So we're going to say ditta.
دتا.
Good, excellent. Now after that we have a qaf sakin. So we need to join the ta to the qaf. Dittaq.
دك.
Good. And then waw with a vertical fatha. Wa.
Va.
Brilliant. All together. خير الزاد التقوى.
غير الزاد التقوى.
Good. Well done. Excellent. This first letter, this is a kha, not a gha. Okay, so
ها.
خير الزاد التقوى.
خير الزاد التقوى.
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 Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. You're doing really, really well. This is sometimes a difficult lesson to get your head around, but that's why we're practicing it so that we can all get better. Okay, so let's try one more example. Meme will join to this tha. Myth.
Miss.
Myth.
Miss.
Yes, this is the letter tha.
Sa.
Yeah. Myth.
Miss.
Good. Lam will join on to which letter? Can you tell me?
Ra.
Ra. Excellent, because it's a mutaharrik letter. So lurri.
Lorry.
Good. And then this ba has a vertical fatha. Ba.
Ba.
Good. Mithluriba.
Miss Loriba.
Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. Really, really good recitation. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. Allah Hafiz for now. Can we have the next student, please?
G1 511.
G1 511. Assalamu alaikum.
G1 511.
At-Takallum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Are you understanding the rule that we're
Yes.
focusing on? Yeah?
Yes.
Brilliant. Well done. So let's carry on and do some more examples. Over here, we're going to join the fa to the ain. So we're going to say fa.
Fa.
Good. Ta with a fatha, ta.
Ta.
Za with a kasra, zi.
Z.
Brilliant. Now next we have a lam, okay? And it needs to join onto a letter. Can you tell me which letter it will join onto?
B. Noon.
The noon. Yes. Why is that? Can you tell me?
Because we have 4 blank letters in middle. But they have to be silent and we have to join it to this one.
Yeah, well done. Excellent. So the letters in the middle, so all these 4 letters are blank letters. So they need to be ignored in our recitation. So the noon will join onto the most recent mutaharrik letter, which is the lam. So lam and noon need to be joined. Well done. Lunni.
Lunni.
Brilliant. Well done. Then we have a sin with a fatha on top and then an alif madda. So stretching for 2 counts. Sa.
Sa.
Hamza with a fatha. A.
Ah.
Brilliant. Well done. So all together. فَاعْتَزِلُ النِّسَاءَ.
فأتزل النساء.
Okay, let's try that again. Let's just try this bit first, okay? لُنِّسَاءَ.
النساء.
Good. Let's add the first bit now as well. فَاعْتَزِلُ النِّسَاءَ.
فأتزل النساء.
لُنِّسَاءَ.
النساء.
Brilliant. Well done. Okay. Just make sure you keep practicing so that you can say all of this in one go and in a good flow. Okay. But well done. You're doing really well. Let's try the next one. Fa will join to this dhal because dhal is a sakin letter. It will join on to the most recent mutaharik letter, which is the fa. Fadh.
فذ.
Good. Kaf with a dhamma. Ku.
كو.
Good. Next we have a ra. Then we have some blank letters in between, and then we have a lam mushaddad. Okay. Now lam, because it's a mushaddad letter, it will join on to the most recent mutaharik letter. Can you tell me before this lam, which is the most recent mutaharik letter?
وا. وا.
Ra?
Yes.
Yes, well done. So ra is the most recent mutaharik letter. So that means ra will join on to this lam mushaddad. So we're going to say rulla.
والله.
Excellent. Good. Okay. So we have to be careful to not pronounce any of these four letters in between because they're blank. Okay.
Okay.
So just ignore them in your recitation. Don't think about them, and ra joins straight away to the lam with force because it's a mushaddad letter. And then ha with a fatha will just be pronounced for one count. Okay. So all together. فاذكروا
فاذكروا الله.
Excellent. Good. Well done. Brilliant. Let's carry on. Lam with a kasra, li.
لي.
Alif with a dhamma, u.
أو.
Good. Next, we have a lam, which needs to be joined onto this lam sakin. Okay. Now, lam sakin will not join onto this alif because it's not a mutaharik letter. Waw is not a mutaharik letter either. So, lam is the most recent mutaharik letter before this lam. So, lul.
لول.
Good. Alif will join to this lam, al.
ال.
Then we have ba with a fatha followed by an alif madda. So 2 counts. Ba.
با.
Ba with a kasra will be said for 1 count. Okay. So all together. Li'ulul albabi.
لأولو الألباب.
Good. One more time. Follow after me. Li'ulul albabi.
لأولو الألباب.
Albabi.
الباب.
Li'ulul
لأولو
albabi.
الألباب.
Excellent. Well done. Okay. So just keep practicing this, and because they're slightly longer portions, so just make sure you practice as much as possible so you're able to say all of this in one go. Okay. But the main
Okay.
focus is to ensure that you're reading each and every part correctly. Okay. But well done. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz for now.
الله حافظ. جزاك الله.
Jazakumullah. Can we have another student, please?
Yes, could we have G1768?
G1768. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you today?
Fine, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So let's carry on. Waw with a fatha, wa.
Can I read by myself?
Okay, so like I mentioned, you'll get a chance to read by yourself in Friday's class. Okay, so when you attend Friday's class, that's a revision class. So with your teacher, you'll be asked to read by yourself. But for the purpose of the format of these classes, Monday to Thursday, the format is that the teacher will lead and the student will follow. Okay, so that everybody can understand properly. So it's really good that you want to read by yourself, but just follow with me for now. Okay, so just
Okay,
read
nice.
that. Wa.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم و
Good, well done. Then this ha needs to join onto this ra mushaddad. Harra.
هر
Good, well done. Next we have a meme, and then we have a blank letter alif and blank letter lam. After which we have a
We
ra
can't
mushaddad.
read those. We can't read those.
Yes, well done. So the ra mushaddad will join onto the which letter will it? Meme. Yeah.
Me.
Yes. So the ra will join onto this meme because it's the most recent mutaharik letter. So we're going to say, yep. Just wait for me to say it. Murray.
Murray.
Good. And then ba has a vertical fatha. So 2 counts being spent on this. Ba. Good. Well done. وحرم الربا.
وحرم الربا.
Brilliant. Just stretch that for 2 counts at the end. وحرم الربا.
وحرم الربا.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Let's carry on. Waw with a fatha. Wa.
و
Alif with a vertical fatha. Good. Ta with a fatha. Ta.
تا.
Good. Waw needs, then we have a waw with a dhamma, and then afterwards we have a blank alif, blank lam, and then we have a za mushaddad. So the za mushaddad will join onto the waw because it's the most recent mutaharik letter. So we're going to say wuzza.
وز.
Good. Then kaf with a vertical fatha will be said for 2 counts. Ka.
كا.
And then ta with a fatha. Ta.
تا.
وآتوا الزكاة.
وآتوا الزكاة.
Good. Well done. One more time. Say that.
وآتوا الزكاة.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Let's carry on. Over here we have waw, which needs to be joined onto this ta mushaddad. What ta?
وت.
Excellent. Then we have a qaf, and then we have some blank letters. We have this blank waw, this blank alif, and blank lam. After which we have this lam mushaddad. Okay. So can you tell me this lam mushaddad, which letter will it join onto?
قاف.
Qaf. Excellent. So we're going to say Allah.
قل الله.
Good. And then ha with a fatha at the end for 1 count. Okay. So all together. Wattaqullaha.
واتقوا الله.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. MashaAllah. Really, really nicely read. Jazakumullah. Keep practicing. And inshallah, we'll speak to you soon. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Can we have another student, please?
1845.
1845.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So we're going to carry on. So we're going to say lam with a kasra, li.
Li.
Brilliant. Well done. Alif with a dhamma, u.
U.
Excellent. Next, we have a lam. Okay, this is a lam. It has a kasra underneath it. Now, after that, we have some blank letters. So we have this blank ya, we have this blank alif, and then we have a lam sakin. So this lam sakin will join onto the most recent mutaharik letter. So let's work our way backwards. So lam, will it join to this alif?
No.
No. Will it join onto this ya?
Yes.
Okay, have a look closely. This ya, does it have any stroke on it?
No.
No, it doesn't. So the ya will not join onto this lam. Will this lam join onto this lam?
Yes.
Yes, because it has the kasra underneath it. So we're going to say lil.
Lil.
Brilliant. Alif will join onto this ba sakin. Ab.
Ab.
Good. Sod will be stretched
Oh.
2 counts because of the alif madda. Sa.
So.
Brilliant. And then ra with a kasra. Ri.
Ri.
Li ulil absari.
Li. Ulil. Absari.
Good. One more time. Follow with me. Li ulil absari.
Li. Ulil. Lil. Absari.
Good. Well done, mashallah. Good recitation. Let's carry on. We have actually let's go down and let's try some of these examples, okay? So these are longer words and portions from the Holy Quran. So let's try these, okay? So over here we have a waw with a fatha, and that needs to be joined on to the next letter, which will be the lam, okay? So this alif and this lam in between are blank letters, so they will not be pronounced. So we're joining the waw to this lam mushaddad. Wallah.
Wallah.
Excellent. Ha with a dhamma. Hu.
Who?
Good. Next bit, we're going to stretch for 2 counts because of the alif madda. La.
La.
Good. Ya will join on to the ha. Yah.
Yeah.
Good. Well done. Next, we have a dal, then a blank letter and another blank letter, and then a lam sakin. So this lam sakin, what will it join on to?
The meme.
Meme. Okay, where's the meme?
The. After the wow. Second.
After the wow sakin. Okay. I can't see that. Okay, so what we have to do. Okay, so the lam will not join. Okay, so the lam will not join onto the meme. Okay, I think this is the meme you're referring to. I'm asking which will this lam, what will it join on to before it? Okay, so we have to work our way backwards.
Dal.
So, dal, yes, well done. The dal will join on to the lam because dal is the most recent mutaharrik letter. So we're going to say dil.
Dil.
Good, well done. Then we have a qaf with a fatha followed by a waw sakin. So this is a waw lean. So we're going to say qaw.
Qaw.
Brilliant. And then we have a meme, and then we have another 2 blank letters, and then we have a zod, zaw with the a shut down top of it. So a letter with a shut down top of it, which will join on to the most recent mutaharrik letter. So the zaw, will it join onto the lam?
No.
No. Will it join onto the alif?
No, it will join on the meme.
Brilliant. Well done. So we're going to say mazza.
Mazza.
Good. Li.
Li.
Mina.
Mina.
Brilliant. Should we try it all together now? Let's say Wallahu la yahdil.
Wallahu la
Dil.
yahdil
Good.
Limina.
Okay, good. Well done. Now this one over here where my hand is, this is the alif madda. So we need to stretch that for 2 counts. So let's try that one more time. Just follow with me. Wallahu la
Wallahu la
yahdil
yahdil
qawmuz qawmaz zalimina.
qawma zalimina.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. So let's try it all together now. Wallahu la yahdil qawma zalimina.
والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين.
Excellent. Well done, mashallah. Really, really nicely read. Okay, so it's a bit of a longer portion to read, but you did really well. Okay, excellent. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic, and just keep practicing. Okay,
Kadafis.
Allah Hafiz for now. Can we have another student, please?
Yes, could we have G1 808?
G1 808.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Have you read already or no?
I have read it, but there's something noisy on the other side.
Oh, okay. So you have read today in today's class?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
trying to say them, but I don't know.
Okay. So discipline in charge. I think the student is
Yeah.
saying that they've read.
Okay, no problem. I'll choose another student. Could we have G1754, please? G1754.
That's Jazakumullah. G1754. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, so we're going to carry on with the next example. Okay, so this one is a bit of a longer one as well, but we'll split it down into sections to make it a bit more easier. So we're starting off with the waw and we're joining it to this ta mushaddad. Okay, we're going to say what the.
What the?
Good, well done. Next, we have a qaf, and that is followed by a few blank letters. And then we have a noon mushaddad. Now, can you tell me what will this noon mushaddad join on to? Which letter before it?
Qaf,
Qaf, excellent. And why is that?
because in between them there are blank letters, and
Yep.
Qaf is the mutaharrik letter before it.
Brilliant, good, well done for using that word. So yes, mutaharrik letter, the most recent one is qaf. So it will join onto the noon. So we're going to say kunna.
Kunna.
Brilliant. Because of the alif madda, we've stretched for 2 counts after the na. Excellent. Now then we have a ra. It will join on to this lam mushaddad. Ralla.
Ralla.
Excellent. Ta with a kasra followed by ya madda. Ti.
Ti.
Excellent. Alif with a dhamma. U.
U.
Good. Ain with a kasra joins onto the dal mushaddad, which then joins onto the ta sakin. So 3 letters over here being joined. Iddat.
Iddat.
Brilliant. Well done. Lam will join onto this lam. Lil.
Lil.
Kaf has a vertical fatha, so 2 counts. Ka.
Ka.
Brilliant. Fa with a kasra. Fi.
Fi.
Next we have a ra with a kasra followed by a ya madda. Ri.
Re.
Noon with a fatha. Na.
Na.
Excellent. Well done. So all together, let's try that. واتقوا النار التي.
واتقوا النار التي.
Excellent. أعدت للكافرين.
أعدت للكافرين.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Let's try that all together, okay? واتقوا النار التي أعدت للكافرين.
واتقوا النار التي أعدت للكافرين.
Okay, good. Well done. So that was a good attempt. I know it gets more difficult when you have to read longer portions, but you did really well. Just the second half needs a bit more concentration. So over here, we're going to say, let's try again from the beginning, okay? واتقوا النار التي.
واتقوا النار التي.
Excellent. Okay, so before I think you got confused with this. The ra will join onto the lam mushaddad. So this alif will be a blank alif, so it will be ignored in our recitation. So just imagine that that's not there, and then we're joining the ra to the lam like that. Okay, and then obviously the ta after that we have a ya madda, so we're stretching for 2 counts. And then the next bit will be u'iddat lil kafirina.
أعدت للكافرين.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Okay, just try and practice these examples, especially at the bottom, a bit more because these are obviously the longer ones. And this is more of an example of what you would see when you're reading the Holy Quran. So it's really important that you try and get to grips with that. Okay, but mashallah, you did really well. Good recitation. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Jazakallah.
Okay, so that's all we have time for today in terms of our practice text. But as you can see, there's still some that we didn't manage to finish. So that's why I'm going to set you your homework now. And your homework is to practice exercise 18.3 on page number 77. And we'd like you to practice 1 column and the bottom 4 rows. So let me show you what that is. So what we'd like you to do is on this page, exercise 18.3, we'd like you to practice 1 column. So you can practice any column. So it could be this column over here, or this column, the second column, or this third column. It's up to you, okay? So whichever column you want to practice, you can do that, but make sure you do 1 column. And then these 4 examples at the bottom. So this example, these 2 that we've gone through today in class, but then there's these 2 that we haven't gone through yet. So in after class, whenever you get the chance, before tomorrow's class, I'd like you to please also practice these 4 rows. So you can do that with your parents or your elder siblings or someone who knows how to read the Quran correctly. And we'd like you to do this homework. Okay, so exercise 18.3 on page 77, practice 1 column plus the bottom 4 rows. So inshallah, the more you practice, the better your recitation will get. And this is a lesson that can be sometimes confusing. So the more you practice, the less chances there are of making mistakes. Okay, so please do ensure that you do your homework before tomorrow's class. So now we'll move on to our concluding prayer. So let's have a student to the mic, please, for that.
Yes, G1366.
G1366. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, so let's start with Dawood. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, when you read this, the ta has a vertical fatha. So we need to give it 2 counts. So be careful with that. Okay, so let's try that again. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Good. And then you can see over here that the meme also has a vertical fatha. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Good, better, well done. Okay, so make sure you read it nice and slowly whenever you read it. Allahumma arhamni.
Allahumma arhamni.
Bil-Qur'anil azim.
Bil-Qur'anil azim.
Good, well done. And the translation?
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great.
Brilliant, well done. Really nicely read. Jazakumullah. And Jazakumullah to all for joining us in today's class. Inshallah, we'll speak to you all again same time tomorrow. Please ensure that you do your homework and speak to you all soon. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.